who's Managing Director with MTN Yacht Services. MTN Yacht Services is a division of MTN Satellite Communications and has been in business since 1986. Is there a techie in the room? 10 minutes.
Thank you very much for coming today. It's really good to have a number of captains in the room and quality of audience. So my name is Derek Wagner. Those of you that don't know me, I've been in communications for over 10 years in a number of different realms of communication, and been in love with the ocean and maritime world for a long time. I'm an amateur captain and a diver and a boater and a fisherman. So I came back to Fort Lauderdale. I was actually born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, and I came back to Fort Lauderdale in 2004, where I then jumped into the realm of maritime satellite communications, and I've been involved with it ever since. And so here I am. I joined MTN Satellite Communications over 2 years ago to run the yacht division, and that's why I'm here today. So with that being said, we'll get started. So the focus of MTN really has always been state-of-the-art maritime satellite communications. We've always really shot for the high end as in innovators in the industry. So we were the first company to actually bring stabilized maritime VSAT to the maritime world back in the 1980s with the military. So many folks really don't know the breadth of MTN, as we've been mostly focused on our customer base and not of our. So I think maybe some of this will open up your eyes to what more we're involved with. But today we have 5 business units we focus on. Passenger ships has been our main focus in the cruise shipping industry for the past 20 years. But we branched out into other realms such as oil and gas, commercial, government systems, private yachts, as you know, and aviation is what we're moving into now. So that being said, we've focused very heavily on the luxury maritime industry, cruise and yachts. So some of our cruise customers consist of really over 90% of the major cruise companies in the world. So as you can see here, we represent all the Carnival vessels, P&O, Princess, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian Cruise Lines, the majority. So some of our commercial oil and gas customers consist of Exxon, Hess, and although this hasn't been a tremendous focus for us, we're looking to focus more as we grow, and as we also focus on commercial shipping, which is a common ground with us in ship. We have done very, very well in commercial shipping. So moving on, as I said, since 1986, when we brought the first first stabilized platforms to the maritime environment in efforts with the government, U.S. government. We've worked with a number of these large organizations that I'm sure some of you will recognize. Some of our yacht customers consist, as of the 2008 powered motor yacht, 100 largest yachts in the world. We actually service 40 of those vessels, and that's growing every day. So you'll recognize some of these vessels on board here, and we do pride ourselves in being able to provide the most reliable, robust systems with guaranteed bandwidth to support the most serious applications, critical applications that these sort of vessels require. All right. There's a lot of information here. I won't go into all of it, but just to give you an idea, in 20-something years of business, we have 550 stabilized VSAT systems currently in service. Other companies and some of our competitors will have much more than that, but because we focus on the very high end, many of these are cruise vessels and very, very large capacity type vessels. Currently, about 175 of those are very large cruise vessels, and today we service moving up over 160 yachts globally. All right. We have a full-time staff of 260 folks. We have our main office here in Miramar, Florida, which we currently house over 200 people out of the 260 that we have on a global basis. And we have our network operations center here in Miramar as well, which is just 20 miles west. So we welcome anybody that wants to come out and see our operation, as you can really get a much better idea about who we are and what we do and how we do it. And we move on. All right. This is something interesting. You know, I find it a lot of eyes raised whenever I bring this up, because it is pretty amazing that we've been the first to do a lot of these things. As I discussed, 1986, we did the first live. Actually, it's a video broadcast at sea. It was with the USS Iwo Jima. It was when the initial first Gulf War ramp up, and we were transmitting data from U-2 spy planes to the US Iwo Jima, where they were analyzing the data in preparation to move in. So that was 1986, and then from there, from the military, we rolled out into the commercial world and took that, what was obviously a very, very in-demand sort of service, and rolled it out to the cruise lines. And as you will remember, the Love Boat, we actually performed the first live video feeds with Princess Cruise Lines on the Love Boats back in 1991. And there's some other firsts here. First to do TV broadcasts from a moving truck, like the Blue Mobile in the Gulf War. It was a big thing with a big brown mushroom that roamed the Iraqi desert. We were doing live video feeds from there and so forth. So, as we're running short on time, we'll move on. So anyway, we've done a lot of different added value services. We do a lot more than just the pipe. The internet and the pipe. We do, on the cruise ships, we do internet cafes. We run all their systems, all their prepaid calling. And we have onboard ship managers that manage the service. And we do GSM, all your GSM and mobile calling on the cruise ships with a joint venture with AT&T. So when you walk on board a cruise ship and you get you're roaming on the WMS network, that's actually part of our services. We're moving into some new technologies in 2010, which is DVB-S2, which will just bring you better efficiency, more bandwidth for more reasonable rates, and just better service in general. And we'll talk about that afterwards. Biggest thing is our infrastructure and our satellite coverage. That's obviously part of the big things. I got 1 minute here, so. But this is our wholly owned teleport in Homedale, New Jersey, and it's really a big thing. It's a monster. You can't really see on here, but these are little cars in here. We've got 19 antennas in this facility, and it houses a lot of our AOR and North American coverage. But it's one out of we own and operate this full teleport, but we also utilize 6 other teleports around the world. And the biggest thing about our network is that it's built to be completely reliable and redundant. We utilize the Napa of the Americas here in Miami, which is a very fortified area, building which will withstand Hurricane 5 levels. I think the walls are like 6 feet thick in cement. But if we get hit with a hurricane here at our knock in Miramar, all of our circuits will roll over to the Napa of the Americas. And then if something happened with the Napa of the Americas, all our circuits would then roll up to our teleport in Homedale. So we've got a very, very robust, fully redundant network. This is just some pictures from the teleport themselves with 7 iDirect hubs, massive generators, and moving forward. Okay, this is just a picture of the new knock that we're building actually here in Miramar. Which, when it's finished, I welcome all of you to come out and see it, because it's going to be pretty neat. Looking forward to having it finished.
Maybe we'll have a tractor net out there.
This is our terrestrial network, all redundant fiber, and 7 teleports and 11 points of presence. So, what the difference is that we take all your traffic. We don't run it over public internet. It all backhauls off of our own private network. Therefore, we're controlling your service the whole way, up the satellite, down through the terrestrial network, and back to the switching gateways, which will either be your voice gateway or will be your switch gateway to the internet. So by doing that, it eliminates any sort of jitter, latency, provides that reliability and the quality of both those streams of data.